Welcome back to NGTV Does City Skylines Tips, featuring myself, your host, Spencer. And today's episode, we're going to be going over bus depots. I just got our city. As you can see, it is our starter city. Look at this. It's so much bigger and beautiful now. Although really it's just mostly residential. I don't know how to explain my thought processes behind putting these particular places. I did put these as kind of a buffer in between the industry and the residential. As you can see, it creates a nice buffer. Mostly it's for noise, because like I said before, noise is a major issue, and it's the one that actually really goes out farther. In regards to pollution, not so much. So something you think about, just pay attention to where your pollution goes on average, and then you should be fine in regards to putting, residential, how close it is to there without people getting sick or whatever. It's crazy because people get sick living near the industry. I wonder how people feel when they actually work in the industry. So that's a little something for your noggin. Okay, so let's go ahead and build a bus depot. I'm just gonna put it up here. I mean, there's no real specific place to put it, so I'm gonna put it up there. And for bus routes, you want to go with something short and circular. And I tend to do it kind of like this. I probably should have put a stop up there, but it's fine. Put one like on each side of the block, and then wrap it back around. And that's gonna be one bus route. You try to limit the amount of stops you have to a minimum, just to be sure that you aren't oversaturating the lanes, because you could be trying to save or stop or halt traffic and actually be just causing more. And you always want to kind of stagger the stops. Okay, I like to stagger the stops. I don't have enough data to be able to know how much that actually affects anything or not. So, but I do know that it seems to make it so buses aren't just stopping in front of each other all the time or anything like that. So let's take a look here. All right, so I'm just gonna go through the whole city, and I'm just gonna make it exactly like this. Make sure I'm staggering them all. And let's see here. Do this one over here. Now, there's really not a lot of people living in this little part of town. One thing I also want to go over, maybe here soon, I'll probably be doing an episode on districts. That's something that I need to do here, and if you guys are interested, definitely let me know. In regards to that, because we do have the capability of doing districts for our city now, which is nice. The little starter town. We should call it Pallet Town, but I think we called our playthrough city Pallet Town, so that would be kind of little much there when it comes to the names. So I'm just going to kind of wrap this around here, and now what I'm going to do, which is the most important portion of this, is people don't want to just take the bus to the town or around their neighborhood. They also want to take it to work, which is the whole point of this entire system. So once I'm done with this little one, I'll start setting them up to the job site, which will severely help your issues here in regards to your people actually getting to work. Now, right now, it's not that big of a deal, but you want to lay down a groundwork as quickly as possible. As you see, I just got access to this a little bit ago. So, like, it unlocks at like 26 or something like that. Like, I just got it. So, and the reason why you want to be getting it as quickly as possible is, where the hell does this thing go? Come on. Okay, there it is. Frankly, it's just, actually, the buses are weird, and I want to mention this. You can't, it says drag line here. It's hard to find a place to put a new line sometimes. Usually you can do it right across from there, but you don't want to be like so close to each other, especially if you don't have. This is actually the only good thing about 4-lane roads. I'll show you this really quickly here while we're in the game. You see 4-lane roads. I'm gonna draw one out like right here. Let's do this. And with 4-lane roads, there's a median, and the medians are only not in the intersections. So when the people are driving down here, it forces people to have to go to the very end of the intersection to be able to turn around. What buses will do, and it causes a lot of issues when it comes to clogging of the streets sometimes, is they'll pull U's a lot. Goes right in the middle. Trucks, everyone will just pull U's. And if you have a lot of traffic in one area, it's exasperated, especially if you have people going to multiple locations or they have to do like weird turns to get around, which is one of the greater things about the grid systems. It's so much easier. It requires less UEs. But if you want to do something cool like a curved street or something like that, people are going to be pulling a lot more UEs. So keep in mind, these will create more lights or signals, which force people to stop, but at the same time they prevent people from pulling random UEs, which affects traffic. And I had no idea that had such a huge effect on traffic and in the game, much less probably in real life too, which is why you see so many places that just have "don't pull UEs" and this, "you're an idiot," those types of places, Okay, so let's do, and what sucks is because of the one-way road, I have to put them over here for this particular stop, and I have to go all the way down here. Oh my god, my design was absolutely terrible. But I can just do this. And like I said before, well, I'm not sure if I said this before, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to kind of touch on the areas and kind of do a wide spread. Like right here, this isn't terribly important. People are willing to walk actually quite far distances. In fact, there's a city that I was able to see while looking up some information in regards to bus routes. This guy had the entire city with just paths, which is possible. You can take the path. And something I like to do here is I'll draw the path in the middle, and then I'll do like a page up. Oh, it's right here. I forgot. Okay. Do the page up, and then cross the street, and then do page down, like there, and you just give people kind of like a way to walk to where they're going. And the great thing about that is it'll make it so people, instead of taking the car around to go to the store or maybe walking to the store, they'll take the path right to the store. Or even more importantly, you can create a path all the way to work, and people will actually take the path throughout the town all the way to work. It does force you to get rid of homes and stuff like that. But at the same time, I mean, come on, dude. Walking to work, that's pretty sick. So I like to do those for the ones right across the street, usually. And then if I feel like, creating like a little thing, maybe you can. So anyway, that is the gist of bus routes, and we can go ahead and watch our buses go. They will be spawned at the bus station, and they rarely actually come back to the bus station. It's kind of strange. It's just kind of like a continual spawner, and it just kind of goes based on how many stops there are and all of that. And as you notice, there seems to be a lot of buses on our roads. It'll kind of even out eventually a little bit here. It won't look so crazy. Like, as you can see, there's one stop like right after each other, which is the reason why you don't want to have too many stops right next to each other or have too many buses go to the same stop, because that would be absolutely mindless. So this might increase our traffic just by a little bit. I should have done it before and after, but as you can see, it's not really that bad. Mostly intersections seem to be having an issue, especially right here where we had the bus kind of turning around and going over here, which might not have been a great idea. But we'll, right there. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, see. Oh, I thought I was going to see somebody pulling a Yui, but that's a one-way, so that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so that's the basic information you need to know about doing buses. If you have any other questions, or if you have any suggestions on how this video is done, you can definitely leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button. If you want to see some more, subscribe. See you guys next time.